Welcome back. How are you all? I hope you are all doing really well, and I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and New Year and all of that kind of stuff. And today's video is something I'm really excited to do because I feel really passionate about this, and it's just about getting our life back on track, ready for 2022 and the rest of the year. And I'm just super excited to go through all of the things that I have done. And I mean, it's very important that we focus solely on ourselves at the moment, because I know these times can sometimes be a little bit overwhelming, a little bit difficult, but it's so important to just focus on ourselves, focus on our goals. If you want to set goals, you don't have to set goals right now at this time of year, but I do find that obviously heading into the new year, it just makes it a little bit more kind of free flowing. I love writing down my goals, I love writing down everything that I'm grateful for and all of that kind of stuff, so I think that this is like the perfect time to do it. So what I have done is I've gone through everything over the past few weeks between kind of the end of Christmas and going into the new year, and just the processes that I've gone through just to help kind of declutter my life, get myself back on track and get myself super ready to achieve all the goals in 2022. So one of my biggest goals heading into this year is going to be settling that routine of mine in the morning, and that is getting up, that is opening my blinds, that is making my bed, that is doing all of the things that I know sound so simple but actually so often is just put behind and put to the side because it's just, or what people think it's just not as important. And I think that that's something that I need to get top notch, because I love sitting in a tidy space. I love sitting where there's absolutely no clutter, yet I managed to make all of my spaces feel super cluttered, and that is something that I'm gonna head into 2020 trying to change. And I don't know about you guys, but it just makes me feel so calm. It makes me feel like everything that I'm doing around me feels a lot easier. There's like less pressure, there's less like tension just when I'm in a tidy space. So that is something that I'm going to be 100% trying to do, is making my bed once I've got up, and then moving into doing some of my meditation, which I don't know why, and I don't know about you guys, but I love it so much, but then I don't allow myself to sometimes do it. Like some days I'm like, I'm too busy, and I think that that's really important, is taking that time to actively remember that you have time to do these things, and if it's what makes you feel good, then you should make the time to do it for yourself. And that doesn't have to be first thing in the morning. If you've got something on really early, i.e. you go to the gym at 6 AM and you don't want to do it before, then that's fine, come home and do it after. I think that quite often we watch a lot of videos of people getting up at 6 AM and doing it straight away, and to be honest, that is how I prefer doing it. I do like doing it when I first wake up, but if I know I am going to the gym at 6 AM, I'm not doing it at that time. I will come back, I will have my breakfast, and then I will focus, because I'm too tired. I also feel like it makes me really sleepy, and I want to make sure that I'm really making use of that time that I'm putting aside for me. One thing that I absolutely love using is my lavender spray. I feel like it's amazing. I use it both for when I wake up and also bedtime. So that's another thing that I want to get into a little bit more of a routine of using, because it's just so relaxing, so calming. And I think that's probably the main point of this video, is doing things that make you feel good and doing things that make you feel relaxed and making your life just feel a lot easier. And these things are so minimal, but I'm telling you right now, they will make a massive difference in the long run. So I did end up tidying the whole flat with my mum. Now my mum came over just to help me clear out through lots of things. I've got so many clothes and boxes of things that I just don't use anymore. So we did a full-on declutter of all of my gym clothes, which honestly guys, it took me so long. And now I'm going to start selling some on Depop, but also some of my normal clothes, because I do have a lot of things that I'm not wearing, and I have to think about it. It's taking up space in my wardrobe and I can sell it to people, so why would I not? Yes, I feel like I've put this off so long because I just can't be bothered to get the bags and write everyone's names and take it to the post office, but I'm doing it. I'm telling you right now, I'm doing it. I've started it. The bag's coming tomorrow. I will show you in this video me packaging a bag so that then I have to do it. Hold me to that. But I think fundamentally, just batching those jobs together is super, super helpful. So just taking that one day where you go, right, I'm going to tidy this, I'm going to declutter this, and I'm going to go through all of my clothes and make sure that my space is super, super tidy. Just batching those into one day just makes it feel so much better. And I think that's something to take away from this, is batching jobs. So if there's any jobs that are similar, any jobs that you feel follow on from one another. So for example, I don't know, I upload on Instagram and then the next job is to reply to my comments or reply to my DMs. That is then batching a very similar job or somewhere where I'm already at. For example, I go and brush my teeth. I'm also going to probably use the toilet at the same time because I'm in the bathroom, if that makes sense. So batching things together will always, always, always make things a lot easier. So when I'm tidying, which I think everyone should do every few months, like literally clear through everything, get it done, because I'm telling you, you will feel so much better after. It's like a zen moment. Although I can't lie, when it got to about 6 p.m, I was thinking, how much longer am I going to be sat here, because I am bored. I literally, yeah, I couldn't, I physically felt like I couldn't go through my gym clothes any longer, but I did it. I stuck to it. My mum went home and I carried on. I was a trooper. I carried on pushing through, and here we are now. Very decluttered wardrobe. Another thing that we did was we took down the Christmas tree. It had to go. I love the Christmas tree, but it was time to get ready to go into 2022, because it was just in my way. I felt like my Christmas tree wasn't really in a great place as it was, and I felt like it needed to leave. So me and Matt got it out. You'll see from these videos, we actually ended up chucking it out the window.
It'll definitely fit.
All right, I'll be downstairs. Right, hang on, I feel like it might be stuck on the chicken wire. I'm a bit nervous. Oh, I didn't get it. Oh, poor Christmas tree. Go on then. We were absolutely crying. It was so funny. And then Matt pretended to be the Grinch. But it's now out, which is good. So thankfully, I'm saying thankfully, but Christmas is literally the most wonderful time of the year. So it is sad, but at the same time, we're heading into January with a fresh new start. No Christmas tree. We took the Christmas tree down at the gym today as well, because it was time. We can't have people heading into the gym in January with a Christmas tree up. If you get me, you know what I mean. So I have decided to start reading a really, really amazing book, which is called Get Rich Lucky Bitch. One thing on there that she talks a lot about is how to firstly be grateful for your money, but secondly be organized and structured with what you're spending, so you know exactly what's going in and what's going out. And I don't think that I've been as structured or as well structured on that over the past year as I could have been, probably because I've just been super busy with work. So that is something that I really want to start focusing on, is being a little bit more structured over my money, but also know what's coming in and what's coming out, because otherwise it just ends up becoming a bit of a blur, and you do look at the end of the year and go, right, okay, where has that gone? And no more time for that. No more time for that. It's time to focus on being grateful for what we have, and also being organized and being structured with the money that is coming in and out. I also completed a really, really lush New Year's Eve workshop with Zita, which is Z at Ztozen on Instagram. And she is a natural psychic, but also she is a manifestation coach, and I absolutely love all of her content. But the most important thing is she does these really beautiful workshops, and I did complete her New Year's Eve one, and guys, it was absolutely amazing. I'm literally going to read through some of the bits for you now, because it is just so inspiring, and it's just so nice to be able to like reflect on the year. I think you forget how important it is to reflect on how the past year has been, and what you potentially have what you're looking forward to moving forward. And honestly, after I did it, I felt amazing. So I definitely suggest that you guys just declutter. Oh, I would definitely suggest that you guys just like declutter everything in your life and just get rid of it, leave it in 2021 as we head into the new year. So here it is on this iPad. I'm just going to read out a couple of bits, for example. So the first thing that we focused on was just trying to gain some clarity. So clarifying exactly like 2022, what do we need, like what are our goals, what are non-negotiables moving into the new year, and I'm going to go through a couple of my non-negotiables in a minute just so you guys can like have a little listen through. Then moving on to more like January focus, like what are our intentions, what goals are we trying to set, and what aligned action are we going to take moving into January. So you do have to think about what it is that you're trying to achieve. So for example, you want to hit 10,000 followers on Instagram by the end of January. Now, how are we going to get there? And you do have to put that aligned action in. You can't just expect for it to come magically to you. We know that you have to put in the work. So this is really good at just allowing yourself to reflect. Now, moving into kind of 2022 intentions, what are your like big top goals, but most importantly, as I said, then we moved on to reflection. So what are 3 goals that you did achieve, what are 3 goals that you didn't? And actually I never really thought of it as what did I not achieve, but it's also really nice to know that I'm still working towards them, and you don't necessarily have to achieve them right now, right this year. You can keep pushing through and it will come to you if it's meant for you, and I think that that's super important. So reflect on that, and don't reflect on anything negatively if you haven't hit it. And also, if you think that you can't think of anything that you've achieved, I'm telling you now, there are 3 things that you definitely have. And then we went through some releasing, and also went through some scripting, and then also some explanation on manifestation. Guys, the list was endless. I'm not going to obviously give it all away because it's not my thing, and it's also not my place to say. So yes, but if you are interested, Zita is absolutely incredible and her workshops are beautiful, and I think she was saying that she's bringing out like a little like club like membership kind of thing, which I am definitely going to do because I love it. So I would really recommend, firstly, reflecting on your year, secondly, setting those goals, and thirdly, investing or looking into Z, because she is super interesting and amazing. Now, I told you that I'm going to go through finally my intentions for the year. So I've got 5 intentions, and they're the things that are, I suppose, aligned action, firstly to my goals, but also the things that I want to make sure I do non-negotiable every single day. So number 1 is meditate and journal daily. So I want to make sure that I get back into the routine of meditating and journaling daily, because I did that about a year ago and I absolutely loved it. I felt like my vibration was so much better throughout the day. I felt a lot more organized and I felt a lot more relaxed. My second non-negotiable is when I put my feet on the ground, I'm always going to be grateful. So I'm always going to say thank you for when you wake up in the morning, just literally waking up. Do you know what I mean? It is so, there's so many things in life to be thankful and grateful for, and I definitely think that we forget that. My third one is to read my book, and that I have actually put in here daily, but I changed it to weekly because I just feel like I don't want to put that pressure on myself. If I've had a busy day, sometimes I don't want to read, and that's absolutely fine. There's no point in putting that additional pressure on yourself, and like intuitively you'll decide if what works for you, and intuitively I decided that it was going to be weekly, not daily. But ever since reading, and I've only been reading probably for the last year, again, my mindset has changed. I sleep better, and again, I feel like I'm a lot more motivated, and I've learnt so much, and I just can't believe that I never read books before. My next one is making sure that I reply to all my comments, DMs and messages on the day, because I definitely can leave that behind and then it just becomes cluttered and it becomes stressful and it becomes that job that I procrastinate over because I just stress about it. So that is another one that I really want to focus on. And then finally, make sure that I get a walk in every day, or that I'm at least active. And I think people really underestimate that, and I know that I am obviously a fitness coach, and I'm obviously someone who is a little bit easier, or finds it a little bit easier getting those activities in, but I'm telling you guys, it will make you feel great. It will also help me, for me, that is aligning to my goal. I want to feel better in my body, I want to lose some weight, I want to gain some muscle by the end of the year, and that is part of the aligned action that I must take to make sure that I'm getting that goal that I really desperately want. But guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I'm so grateful for all of you guys, and I hope you are all having a wonderful start to 2022, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this year pans out for all of us, and hopefully there'll be lots more of us very soon watching my videos and joining in and joining this lovely community. So thanks guys, I will see you all again very soon. Bye.